for today's cup of coffee, we're sitting out here with the owls and the cats.
I am fascinated by their calls.
There's all kinds of creatures. We have birds and stuff that make some really interesting noises, and we always have cats that interrupt. And it's usually he who.
It's always him.
It's always he who. But yeah, we had a late shopping day, so this is going to not have as much reading. I have some other articles that I have found about people who claim to have been abducted. But it takes a while to research those, usually 2 to 3 hours. And so I just didn't have that today. So I went back to something that I have researched quite a bit in the past because it does affect me personally, and that's about Rh negative blood types.
Yeah, because you are Rh negative, aren't you?
I am A negative.
A negative.
And so, a couple of quick links for you. One of them is Mega Doctor News. And the title of this article is Scientists Claim Rh Negative Blood Type People May Not Be from Earth. Well, I knew that.
That explains...
It explains a lot.
Yeah, that explains why you're allergic to a lot of things.
Well, it says all human blood types contain and are categorized by amounts of protein except type Rh negative. It's possible that human beings, or is it possible that human beings possessing the latter blood type are actually from Mars, Venus, or elsewhere in the universe?
The galaxy Milky Way.
I have never fit in on this planet. I've told people that for years.
We'll go live on Pluto.
You're really...
You can't live on Mars. It's volatile up there.
Is it?
I think so.
Dark Side of the Moon? I could play Pink Floyd all the time.
There's some planet that's actually very volatile. Like, it's not livable for Earth life.
None of the other ones are livable.
Well, there is one that is.
Which one?
Well, I don't remember which one it is, but there is one that they're trying to, like, just in case.
Well, Mars is one of the things that they're thinking about colonizing. But
that may be it.
But that's, Earth
so I'm wrong on that one.
Is the only one in our little Milky Way that we have found so far, our little 9 planets, that is able to sustain human life.
Yeah. I mean, it would be cool to say, hey, I live on Pluto, but...
It would be cold.
Yeah.
It would be very, very cold.
And you don't do well in the cold.
I do not do well in the cold.
I do.
It says that only 15% of human beings have this strange type of blood, and that the individuals have been described as having strange personal characteristics as well. Oddly enough, Rh negative blood can be utilized by any human being in need of a transfusion, but people with Rh negative naturally coursing through their own veins cannot make use of any other type of blood at all. Yeah, well, anyhow, there's a possibility that the blood supply is now tainted anyhow. So we've gone back to that. So think about it, folks. If you need surgery, you might want to donate your own blood before you go in for that. Now's not a good time to be cut upon. Anyhow, even more fascinating are the facts that these people tend to have green or blue eyes, naturally orange-colored hair, cool body temperatures, and sensitivity to hot temperatures. Well, I have some of those, but not... I definitely do not have orange-colored hair.
No, you definitely do not have that.
No, I've got salt and pepper at this point.
Yeah.
It's getting more salt than pepper day by day. And I actually have weird eyes because they change color depending on what I wear.
That's true, but most of the time your eyes look more of a grayish blue, like a stark grayish blue.
Well,
most of the time.
They're unusual.
Yeah.
That's a family characteristic from my father's side that you could spot one of us a mile away. It's like, oh, hey, I know y'all in Kansas.
What color is Elijah's eyes?
I think he's got the same color as mine. And it's sort of unusual to have black hair and light colored eyes.
Yeah, that is unusual.
So, I don't know.
I'm jealous of that.
Well, don't be. More intriguing are the claims that the physical, mental, and emotional awareness of these individuals is heightened. And it's widely known that pregnant women with type Rh negative blood have extreme difficulty giving birth when their babies possess Rh positive blood. And so, yeah, that's not a fun. That is not a. It is a fact, but that is not necessarily a fun fact.
I don't even know what type of blood I have.
Well, I'm going to get to that here. I've got one more quick thing from eHow UK, and this was by T.M. Samuels. I didn't see the author on the other one, or I would definitely. I'll share the link. Oh, it just said it was by the staff writer. Share the links on these, and then you can go down your own rabbit holes. They say that Rh negative blood is a very rare blood variety. Although most people are a certain blood type, which is AB, and O, and Rh positive, those with Rh negative blood share some interesting and strange characteristics. Rh negative blood is a very rare blood variety. I don't know why that's on there twice. Description: Rh, or rhesus, is a protein that is on the red blood cell surface of most individuals. People who have the protein are Rh positive, while not having it makes them Rh negative. And we did that as far as the pregnancy. Rh negative pregnant women with an Rh positive fetus have the risk of the baby dying. And this is from damage of the baby's blood cells.
Oh.
And it says, as far as race, Rh factor protein is divided among races. 15% of whites are Rh negative, 5 to 10% of African Americans are Rh negative, and 1 to 2% of Asians are negative. Blood distribution: Rh positive blood is most commonly distributed through the population. Rh negative numbers are 7% for blood type O, 6% for blood type A, and 2% for blood type B, and 1% for type AB. Those with the highest Rh negative rates are a branch of people in Europe called the Basques. And that is somewhere around, like, between Spain and other places there in Europe. It's a very interesting group of people. Basques have almost double the European rate, which is abnormally high to begin with, of Rh negative people. And fun fact, a higher percentage of Rh negative people claim to have been abducted by aliens than those of Rh positive people. No, to my knowledge, I have not been abducted. This has been something that's been floating around the internet for quite a while about the Rh negative factors. There's people that they do, it's like, oh, extraterrestrial or Atlanteans or some kind of mixture. They don't know. But as far as the pregnancy thing,
you could be an alien, Mama. You've been talking about aliens all this time. You could be an alien.
I'd be talking about my people. It very well could be. But as far as after oldest kid was born, you have to have an injection of something that's called Rogam. Not Rogaine, Rogam.
Yeah, you don't want to.
So
let's have a shot of Rogaine.
Yeah, so that, subsequent pregnancies will not be affected, or supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
But I was one of these that they called me a, they call it a spontaneous abortion when you have a miscarriage.
Uh-huh.
And I was considered habitual because I had 5 pregnancies and only had 2 babies. So that kind of sucks. And knowing that it was, very much possible that that the babies, because I refused to call them anything else, the babies, had the incorrect blood type. And the body does what the body does. And with some of that, it can be viewed almost as a foreign, substance.
Uh-huh. So does that mean there's a possibility I have negative blood? Or...
Well...
Because, most of the time, the people with the Rh negatives, like you and Elijah, I don't know that Elijah has negative blood.
I don't know that oldest kid has Rh negative either.
But y'all are more allergic to things.
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh, God, everything.
Whilst it's very rare that I actually do find something I'm allergic to.
But I do have the lower than average body temperature. Now, the heat thing, I used to be very heat sensitive, but as I've gotten older, oh no, bring on the heat. Except the other day when I about fell out.
Yeah, I'm heat sensitive.
Yeah, you are heat sensitive.
Yeah.
What is interesting about the blood typing thing, and that I have found more suspicious than any of it, I mean, from the time that you were little, it used to be that you could go to your doctor and get blood typed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would have kits in high school and biology class and stuff like that, and people you poking the fingers and everybody doing their blood types and stuff like that. And now, no. If you ask your doctor what blood type am I, they're like, we don't know. Go to the Red Cross. You can buy blood type kits, testing kits on like Amazon, but who knows whether or not they're accurate.
I would like to get one of those just to see if it's accurate or not.
I think it's just weird that people are having to jump through hoops to find out their blood type.
I mean, I thought about selling blood anyway, so.
Well, everybody needs to know their blood type, and it used to be advised that people carry that in case that they were in an accident. I know that I do have to have a card.
Yeah.
It's not prominent. I actually do need to put that prominent in my billfold to let people know that yes, I am a negative.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you do have to have blood or something like that, that can cause them some severe problems.
Oh, yeah.
When you mix the negative and the positive, that clots.
Imagine if there was a way to drain all the the blood from your body and replace it with a different type of blood.
Well, the thing is with that, I mean, it could happen, but it would cause problems. Your bone marrow is where, red blood cells are produced and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And it's going to go totally against somebody's DNA. So while they may survive for a short period of time, ultimately they would die from it.
Okay.
So, it goes back to the DNA and people being how they're supposed to be.
Yeah. But how does that work for people who have to have blood transfusions and such like that? Does that not affect them in the long run?
Oh, absolutely. Well, it does. And it's a matter of them giving you the correct blood.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even if they give you the correct blood, can't that cause problems too?
Not that I've heard of. I mean, if the blood is contaminated with some kind of disease or something like that, then yes, that can definitely cause problems.
Okay.
And there were instances, because I was in nursing back in the 80s when AIDS just, was everywhere. Mm-hmm. And the fear of AIDS and how it was transmitted and different things like that. And there was a tremendous amount of disinformation at that time. I mean, just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But there were quite a few instances of people being given blood that was contaminated. Now, they do test the blood and stuff for a lot of things. Mm-hmm. But, there are things that you can't test for because you don't even know that they are yet.
That's true.
So, and it's like Mom and I were talking earlier today, we think it's the Jehovah's Witnesses that they refuse to have transfusions.
Well, they refuse a lot of things that's illogical.
Well, I don't know whether it would be a matter of sitting down and asking them their belief system and why they believe what they believe. Again, there are people that will store their own blood for emergencies and also as far as operations and stuff. But, there is such a high level of incompetency today in everything. Mm-hmm. Who knows whether you would be given the correct blood or not?
That's true. That's very true. Because they can screw up. Oh, people tend to be screwing up more now more than ever.
Well, I think that medical whatever it was is like one of the top 3 reasons that people die. For real.
Yeah.
Some kind of screw up there. And we've had family members.
It's called medical neglect. I heard a story about the other day that this man was left on a gurney in the hallway and his feet were dangling over.
Oh, and he got blood clots.
Basically, he fell out.
Oh,
He passed out, and guess what? He got a concussion because he passed out. When he stood up from it, because he had to go to the bathroom, he passed out, got a concussion, and busted his lip.
there's no.
He's suing for
Oh, yeah.
medical neglect
Yeah, but
and malpractice.
he's still wounded. I mean,
Yes.
and it's just like the one lady that they had placed her in a nursing home, and that she was okay health wise. She needed the constant attention and stuff like that. And that same thing, she had needed to go to the bathroom and no one was there to help her. And so she had fallen and had broken bones and died as a result.
Yeah, he broke his nose when he fell too.
Oh, goodness.
He fell flat on his face.
So it's one of those that know your physicians well. You might want to ask what level that they graduated in their class. Do you really want somebody that graduated last in their class?
But also, do not piss them off because some of them are so vindictive that they will fuck up on purpose.
Well, I'm grateful that I have a doctor that I like and that he understands me and my weirdnesses.
Yeah, that's always nice when you have a doctor you can trust.
It is. But as far as here in the States, finding out your blood type, you will be told to go to the Red Cross. I don't know how. I'd be interested to find out how other countries deal with that, if they're allowed to know that. Why has it become such a mystery?
I don't know.
Which makes it worse. Then you get a lot of people that do start wondering things.
Question: those people that sell blood, how do they find out what their blood type
Well,
is
now they
before
do
they
type
start
it.
selling?
They do type it. That's what I'm saying. The Red Cross, not necessarily when you sell blood, but what you're selling a lot of times is plasma, and that they do a process where they put the red blood cells back into your body, but they use this anticoagulant.
Can you even sell blood right now?
That's a good question. I don't know. But knowing me, the anticoagulant was something that if you could be allergic to it, that would have been me. So I'm like, no, this is not good. This is not an option. But now when you donate blood, Red Cross and different things like that, they're supposed to blood type you at the time of the donation and give you a card with your type. And maybe it's all some kind of something to get people to donate blood.
It could be.
So, I don't know. But yeah, if you're RH negative, we may not be from here.
Y'all be aliens.
That wouldn't.
You friends the Greys.
That wouldn't. I hope not. I don't know.
I think that would be really cool.
No, it would depend on the Grey. I guess it would depend on anything else. So as long as I'm not reptilian, I'm all right.
What if you are reptilian?
No, I don't think so, because I'm not
You're
narcissistic.
cold-blooded.
I have a cooler body temperature. I'm definitely not cold-blooded. No, I have too much empathy.
I'm a space heater.
Empathy and compassion and all those things that reptiles are not.
Maybe that's why I'm heat intolerant, because I already run pretty hot.
Well, now your temperature's not that. No, it's 97 something. My temperature will drop down into the 96s.
No, but I've had people touch me and be like, "Are you running temperature?" And like, cause I'm physically hot, but I'm like, no,
I don't know.
I just run hot.
Well, you got an appointment with a doctor next week, so you can ask her all these things.
Yeah.
So things to ponder. Are you an alien? Am I an alien?
Are you an oomph? Are you an oomph?
So if you all have had paranormal or supernatural encounters, if you've had experiences with UFOs or aliens, if you've had cryptic encounters, the Wendigos.
Cryptic encounters.
Cryptic encounters. If your encounters have been, encrypted, let us know.
Cryptocurrency.
If you've had experiences with, local legends and family, myths, legends, stories like that, email me at cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And you all have a wonderful day.
Yeah. Bye. Get blood typed.